red Solo cup. I fill you up. Let's have a party. Let's have a party.
Hey guys, Monday. Gotta love Mondays. You have to love Mondays. Just keep telling yourself that. Had a beer mail today. Oh, I jump up to show you that I'm wearing the Pitbull Tactical, and I would smash my head on the cowbell. More cowbell. Beer mail from Rich, the owner of Pitbull Tactical, sent beer. Okay, this is called Wild Blue. This is a premium blueberry lager. It's 8%, and me and Rich have actually had some pretty lengthy conversations about beer, and he seems like a craft junkie. So when he mentioned this, he just told me I had to try it. Well, here it is. Depending on how much time we have, I don't know, I'd like to actually, never mind, I even said that. I'd like to give that a dedicated review. There's just 6 of them here, and I'm, you know. Just for the fun of it, though, we could always maybe have an after party with OK beer, full pale beer. This was one of the things that New York Half-Ass Prepper sent me. One of these times I'm gonna throw it in at the end as like the ha-ha beer, and it's gonna turn out to be something like incredible. What are we looking at today? Gnarly Oak Winter Bock, a premium beer, and this one is 5.5%. And I pressed the button on the camera for the color and selected custom, where it's supposed to be deciding on its own, and for like 1 split second it absolutely looked great, and then it resorted to, well, you can tell me what that one. Again, this looks like it's blue. It's blue, just like Neil. I can't believe some of you guys actually watched that train wreck. And no, I've been asked how my head felt the next day. Well, both of us felt like shit. We went and had breakfast, and then did eventually get out to the range. Started to feel a little bit better. By the time we're packing up to leave the range, we're both like, oh man, we need a beer. But I have honestly no recollection of exactly what I did when I went to go take a leak. I don't. Maybe I stopped and talked to Christine, or maybe it wasn't a pee, but it seemed like I was gone a ridiculous amount of time. And when I edited it the other day, as I uploaded it, that's the first time I watched that. Fucking Neil, man, he cracks me up. Oh man, we gotta get an opportunity to do something like that again. It's always a blast when you get together with one of you guys, like when Johnny was up. I think Johnny's gonna be back in the area again, unless I missed him. Let's open this up with the Hornet Fixer opener to open up something from the Hornet Fixer. And now it's blinking like it's doing stuff. Well, it doesn't look like it's doing it very well. Oh, I forgot to show you. It's a the cap is over there, and it had nothing on it. It was black. There's a joke, but I don't want to blow all my chances at political office all in one comment. So, looks something like this. I think it's been a long time since I've had a Bock. It has a very dark, almost like an amber brown. Had decent carbonation. doesn't really smell good, and it really doesn't smell bad. It just... Okay, it doesn't really actually smell good. Cheers. What? Seriously, really? Okay, cheers, guys. Wow. For not looking like it has a lot of carbonation, it has like that soda pop carbonation. It starts to make my eyes water. It has a lot of the characteristics of a brown ale. But the initial part of it is, I don't know how to describe this. It's like really seeming like it's going to be on the sweet side, but it's not. So basically that taste is kind of chuckish, you know. It seems like it's going to be sweet, but it turns out that it's not. It's just complete prick. No, it's kind of like hits your taste buds like this is going to be like something that's really sweet, but it doesn't have the sweetness characteristic to it. Kind of burns off, almost like a subtle hint at sweetness with a little bit of like a hoppy charge, but that's gone right away. And then you get that kind of serious characteristic of a brown ale, you know, like Moose Drool or something like that. Just not that good. Jim's gonna watch this shit. He's never gonna send me another beer again. September's gonna look something like, ding dong. Hey, look, Jim's here. Jim. Hi, Jim. How are you? The mouthfeel, kind of on the light side. That carbonation, though, wow. I've had beers that just absolutely went right over the top, like you filled your glass with some expanding window foam, and that didn't have the presence of the carbonation that this has. I mean, got to give him some credit for being unique. You talk about the complexity or what you're able to pull off. You've got something that has the anticipation of being ultra sweet, but isn't. And then you have something that doesn't necessarily look like it's going to be really carbonated, but it is. See how the little bubbles are trapped in the beer and they're actually not coming to the surface. I'd say it's unique, and it's definitely different than a Bock that I've had before. I guess honestly, and then of course a winter Bock. For some reason, I would associate that with having some kind of more of a like spicy notes to in there, like I don't know, nutmeg, cinnamon, coriander. I don't know. Something squeezed out of one of Paul over at BandEBrewReviews' socks. Paul, I am so far behind on watching your videos. I'm so far behind on watching any videos. I've been giving my friend a hand, trying to get his project done, so that they satisfy the bank, and with the hours. I've been trying. I thought, you know, get home at the same time, but actually start an hour or two earlier than normal would somehow not really be noticed in there. Yeah, it's noticed in there. Okay. Gnarly Oak's Winter Bock. Let's see what they say about it. A classic lager made in the traditional German style. It has a malty sweetness, a dark rich color, and is lightly hopped. Oh, you know, I did get that. Made with select caramel and black roasted barley. Combination of Columbus, was it Zeiss, and Cascade hops. So it has kind of a hoppy characteristic to it, and then you get that that caramel roastiness that you would get in a brown ale. So kind of, I guess, like an IPA and a brown kind of got dumped together. Even though it isn't like corn syrup sweet kind of sweetness to it, it's that you know, it seems like it's gonna be. I'm not exactly sure I'm digging that. Also, as a side note, I also turned off it was supposed to be, I think, image stabilization, but it always appeared that I had auto tracking going on. So like if I'd move over here, you guys would notice like something like that. It was driving me crazy. It looked like I had a ghost running the camera. So I'm just thought I would talk to you about this you know, this beer. And do you guys notice that camera move? Okay, on the E scale, I give Gnarly Oak Winter a Bock. Isn't terrible. I mean, I can see some of you guys actually maybe liking it. For me, it's just kind of on the weird side, and I'm giving this a 6. Have you tried this, Jim? You know, I don't know if I've ever really seen Jim dive into the craft stuff. I mean, Jim's idea of a typical Friday night is like a Miller Genuine Draft poured across a prostitute's breasts. Actually, that sounds pretty good now that I think about it. Okay, everybody else can take off if you want. I'm going to finish that. And I thought, you know, maybe we'd do a brown bag special from New York Half-Ass Prepper. Full pale beer. Okay beer. It is. It's okay. Can I tell you about it? 5.6%. Brewed and canned by Elkrin Brewery in Poland. Well, shit, this is going to be great. It's kind of like a twofer. I should just make it a habit of doing that on Tuesday. You know, I have radio stations do 2 for Tuesday. Why not do two beers on Tuesday? Since I never did wash it, but evidently I care less about it when it's going to be a mediocre beer. Yeah, I'm lost. Has anybody seen? Here it is. Okay. Maybe before I do this, we should do a shot of the Bockers. You know, I don't want to make up excuses. You know, I've been getting ripped on by Steve Bush because they did 16 beers in a row, and in order to make sure that he had plenty of room and didn't get too inebriated, he threw up multiple times. That is doing it. I don't know what our spread in age is, but you know, back when I was back when I was younger, you know, I can remember doing the same thing. We were doing a game called the Darts of Death, low score drank, and it wasn't doing so good for a little while, but I knew I could take them on the long run, and one good vomit cleared some space, back in the game. But I honestly think we could have done the 10 beers if it wasn't for that bourbon. I know it's good stuff. I mean heck, anybody that puts enough effort in that they'd actually pack it in a box like this. I was thinking about doing one now, but I have to be the kitchen bitch after this. Ms. Bomey is doing a cooking video. I don't know if it's going to be uploaded tonight. If it isn't uploaded tonight, it will be uploaded tomorrow. But you know, I got professional audio-visual expectations that have to be met, and if I have a shot of that, I might snake on her. You know. Any of you guys ever have that problem? You know, you could sit and drink vodka all night long, and you just have a big smile on your face, and you're all lovey-dovey. And next time you have a bunch of bourbon, and you just like freak out over the smallest thing, like, hey, have you seen the TV remote? Fucking hey! Leave me alone! You're always pressuring me! Oh, here's the remote right here. I'm sorry. You know, that kind of shit. I mean, a friend of mine told me that's what had happened. It wasn't, you know, I've never had bourbon and then snaked out. Okay, we all know that when it comes to quality beer, the words Poland always go hand in hand. And there's like something stuck to the outside of the glass, so I'm going to use this side so you guys can look at it. See? Where is it? Right there? I don't know what it's like. Whatchamacallit. Okay. Well, it's got a, doesn't look like pee. It's got good carbonation. Smells like a Pilsner. And not like the whole skunk's butt went in it, but maybe just, you know, just like one of these as he ran by. Just a quick, like maybe just part of the left cheek hit it. It's okay. It's gonna be okay beer. I mean, any company that right off the bat, you know, sets the bar right down there. Cheers, guys. It lives up to its name. It's okay. Pilsner-ish. A little bit of a sweet like corn syrup sweetness to it. Just a little bit, not like a malt beverage kind of sweet. You know, the kind of shit you'd probably grab after you mowed the lawn or something. I don't think it's getting a fair shake right now. Well, actually, maybe it's getting a help, because I can actually still taste the winter Bock. Before I forget, because that's Samantha getting ready to go to work. She got her final exams for, was it the first semester or whatever in her automotive class. She got a 91 out of 100. So, as it turns out, she has not had anything but A's since she has started her college automotive course. So, I'm very proud of her. I let her know. You know, I did, you know, 91. You couldn't get like 100. So that's pretty awesome. And it sounds like she might yet this year be nominated as the president of the car club. Not exactly, don't ask me what exactly that means, but she seemed pretty excited about it. And yes, in the man cave, I can hear that she's taking her truck. I thought she was going to take her car. It's a Mitsubishi 3000 GT, and it was stored all winter long, but she went out like once every couple of weeks and started it for a little while, but I think it might have some bad gas or a little something in the injectors. So I ran a very concentrated batch of seafoam through it, and I know it's fuel related in there somehow. I don't think it's the mass airflow or something like that, because I actually disconnected, bypassed her fuel regulator, and thing went like a raped ape. Actually, when I put the seafoam in there, I took it for a run the other day, and some Yahoo and a Audi TT thought he was gonna, show me some shit. Well, all he saw was her license plate, and that's all he ever saw. She wasn't with, so I was like showing bad parental skills. It'd probably be dangerous if I had a car like that. Actually, I used to have a car like that, and somebody insisted that I sell it and buy a pickup truck because I was getting too many moving violations. Okay, what do we think of the OK beer? It's got that chick on there. Oh, and I'm sorry, we're looking at Captain Picard instead of some large-chested floozy with a beer in her hand, which I'm 100% okay with. I don't know if can you read that from here? If beer and titties aren't the answer, you've asked the wrong question. Maybe after this we should do a shot of Boker's. No. Don't even try to talk me into it. Okay, what do I think of this? Well, first of all, I don't remember. I made up some scale dedicated to stuff that was in kind of the domestic Pilsner kind of thing. But where does this fall if it's from Poland? Because I can tell you right now, if we throw it on the 1 through 10 on the E scale, it's going to get beat up. But if we throw it in against stuff like Pabst... Yeah, I just got done watching Paul put up a Mother's Day video. I watched it early this morning, and he had a little comment about me, and he was drinking, and that pork looked great. And then at the end, walked around the table and showed his whole family, his mother, and some pretty tasty looking desserts. So that was cool, Paul. We're gonna throw. I think I did a 1 through 4 for kind of a domestic, and I'd throw this kind of into that category. So I'd probably say on that condensed E-scale thingy for domestic style beers, on a 1 through 4, I would probably give this a 2. So it actually wasn't terrible. I mean, it didn't smell skunky. I mean, it was okay. They are right on. I mean, shit. It's just like Scotty on Star Trek. If you know it's gonna take you 15 minutes, you tell the captain it's gonna be at least an hour. That way you look okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go finish these. go get set up for kitchen bitch responsibilities. Tomorrow, only because I want to know. Tomorrow we will be looking at Wild Blue Premium Blueberry Lager. 8% by volume. Just misses JR10's starting point for alcohol that he will consume. Obviously, well, yeah, something like that. Just you know, just gave it away. Now you probably won't even give a shit because you already know what the cap looks like. So let's take a look at that tomorrow, Tuesday. And I don't know, Rich. Do you watch the brew reviews, or I mean, I know you know about this channel. I just don't. So if you do, I want to thank you, Rich, the owner of Pitbull Tactical. Definitely a cool dude, and definitely, hands down, incredible holsters. You guys that know me know my feelings on the Pitbull. Everything that is in my present EDC rotation has a Pitbull holster, and there's a reason for that, because they're awesome. And never mind. So we'll see you tomorrow. And you guys have a great Monday and a good Tuesday until we meet again. Right, Shelby? Huh? What? Can't make it through there? You might actually have to jump over something. Come here. You want to say hi? Do you? Okay, come here. Whoa. There you go. There you go. Look. Look, there you are. Do you see you? Huh? Do you want a treat? Huh? Do you want a treat? How about a greenie? Want a greenie? Can you do an in the air knuckle bump? Knuckle bump. Shelves. Knuckle bump. Oh, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Are you a good girl? Give me a kiss. Oh, not on the lips. We talked about that. Okay. Yeah, I'll get you one. I gotta say goodbye to everybody. Can you speak? Hey, now you sound like a phone call from Heavy. Can you speak? Yep, just heavy breathing. Okay, guys. I'm gonna go get her a treat, and we will see you tomorrow.